see if I got my mic unmuted. Hello and welcome to Tara Smith's Kitchen. I am Tara Smith, and today I'm just going to be using up ingredients that I need to use up. And a few of them didn't make it long enough. So I'll see what I can do, and I'm going to make sort of a mulligan stew, or mulligan soup, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know what all I'm going to throw in there yet. I got an onion and a bell pepper diced up. I've got hamburger meat. I got sausage. I got the garlic sausage from HEB, and I've got some venison sausage. So I have both. What I'm going to do is I'm going to brown this hamburger meat first and get some drippings and stuff like that off of it. And we're going to take it out, and then we will add the sausage and start going from there. And Krabby Turtle, hello, how are you doing? If you're out there, leave a comment, let me know. And I will say hello if I can. The comment section usually doesn't move so fast that I can't keep up with it. I did put a PayPal link out there. I don't have super chats or anything like that yet. I'm not monetized. I don't have anything like that. But if you want to buy me a beer or something, the link's out there. So I had one person comment that they don't do Patreon because they don't like the monthly thing. And they were wondering why I don't do like the super thanks and the super chat and stuff. Well, I need about 33 more subscribers and a whole lot more view time before I can do anything like that. This is not a professional kitchen. This is like mom's kitchen kind of thing. So anyways, I don't know if I'm going to put cabbage in it yet or not. I do have things that I need to use up though. So it's mainly the hamburger meat and the sausage and the onion and the bell pepper. And I was going to cook something with the hamburger meat the other day when I got in, and then I was just so tired I fell asleep and forgot that I put it out to thaw. So it's like I have to cook it now. By the way, I get these from HEB. So I'm actually trying to cut down on the sugar. Walmart has their own variety of the sugar-free water flavored drink things. And I find HEB's water to be better. I don't know if any of y'all have tried any of them, but from my experience, the HEB is better. Trying to do this sitting in a chair. Everything's going to be going into this pot. I need to use up the potatoes too. I don't know if I'm going to throw any red potatoes in, but I need to use up all of those gold potatoes. All of the rest of them. So we're definitely going to have hamburger meat. We're going to have sausage. We're going to have potatoes. Probably mostly some kind of beef stock in there. And our better than bouillon. And I've got some bone broth that we put in there. I don't know. But better than bouillon, beef base. Stuff is awesome. You like one pot dishes. So do I. But I'm going to use some other pots so it's not saving it. I think how they originally made like mulligan stew was like in a coffee tin, you know, hobo stew, that sort of thing. And it's like if you had beef, if you had chicken, if you had anything, and they just kind of put whatever ingredients they had. So there's really no set ingredients to it. And it's kind of a good thing if you got stuff that you need to use up before it goes bad. So that's what I'm doing. I was going to throw carrots in it, but the carrots didn't make it, and neither did the celery. I didn't go to that store today. I didn't go grocery shopping. I had to get a truck ready to leave out Monday morning, a new truck. It's got an automatic in it, and I've never driven an automatic truck. So this is going to be interesting. And then I hopped on my bike. I had a phone mount that was broken. So I went to Cycle Gear and I got a phone mount. I think I can fix the other phone mount, but I'm not going to be able to take it from like one bike to the other and move it back and forth. So I think that one's just going to be mounted and stay on one bike, and the new one's going to stay on the other. Crunch this stuff up. Like I said, this isn't a professional kitchen. This is just me at home. And as always, whatever I cook on the weekends is literally what I eat on the road. And the new truck has a refrigerator in it. I don't know if the refrigerator works or not. But I have my, those Coleman cooler things that you can get them from Academy or Walmart or wherever. I generally end up getting them from a truck stop. Plugs into the cigarette lighter. You need to have your food like pre-cooled before you stick them in there. And that's usually what I use. And I have a big one that's like 40 quarts or whatever it is. I found the 26 quart ones actually cool better. But when I was looking for them, because my refrigerator went out recently, it looked like all the boxes had been opened. And I questioned that at a truck stop. If you ever buy anything from a truck stop, what generally ends up happening is when people return things, they don't get sent back to where they should. What generally will end up happening is they will put the item back on the shelf and they'll keep selling it until someone doesn't bring it back. Yarn, hello. I have a nephew named Leaf. He looks very similar to my youngest son. They're like identical cousins. Except one's a lot younger than the other. I think Leaf is about 15 now. 16. Cameron is 20. Soon to be 21. I'm getting old. I've got my phone muted because it's easier to post a link or something like that if I do it on my phone than it is if I do it on the computer. It'd probably help if I stood up instead of looking in the camera. I think I'm just going to chunk this stuff in the other pot over there. Someplace to put it for now. It's clean. It'll work. Well, might want to rinse it out. Why is it all pushed there? There we go. I don't really want large chunks of hamburger meat in there. One day I'll get a new stove. But that day is not today. So how are y'all doing? I don't know where Krabby Turtle lives. Bjorn, I believe, is in Michigan. I just got back from Michigan. That was just wonderful weather up there. Then I come down here and we're technically in a drought and it's like 103 degrees and it's still humid. We're in a drought and it's still humid. That's the Gulf Coast for you. I'll be going to North Dakota next week. Deliver a load of MEA. It's acid. And a new truck. It's an automatic. So that is just lovely. And we're getting close on the hamburger. And we're going to leave all of the drippings and the juices and stuff like that in the bottom of the pot. I'm kind of excited. Krabby Turtle asking a question there. I'm excited to take the truck out, and I'm also kind of scared. Because, I mean, I've driven all kinds of equipment. I've ran equipment, drove trucks, and I started off on the farm, and you had like 5 speeds with a split axle. You had the button you pull up and push down for high and low. And, you know, then you get into like duplexes and triplexes and eventually quadruplex and, you know, 8 speeds, 9 speeds, 13 speeds. I'm kind of partial to a 13. And 18, it's good. 15 is good if you're like hauling cattle, something like that. Nice and smooth, your bottom end split good. I'm kind of partial to a 13. I think technically this transmission is 12 speed, but I've never driven an automatic. So it's a new experience. Is that an illegal gas stove? Yes, it is. Um, I guess I'll just be a criminal. If gas stoves are illegal, I'm just going to be a criminal. I do not like electric stoves. I've had them, lived in apartments, stuff like that. Gas just cooks better, it cooks more even. And I like a cast iron skillet. Y'all see that on here? Okay, move this back here. If you don't get all of it, it's not that big a deal. Because we're fixing a chunk sausage in here. And what I had the garlic sausage from HEB. And I had the pork and venison sausage from HEB that I need to use up. So we're going to use that up. You don't have to follow like a strict recipe, for every meal or what have you. You can come up with things, you can make things, you can substitute items. Sometimes that's going to work. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you're going to find something that is amazing. I think I told the story last week of how my mom started using cornflakes and her meatloaf. And she didn't have anything to put in there. No bread, no breadcrumbs, no anything. And she did have cornflakes. So she's like, what the hell? And I'll go to the dog. Okay. And she tried it with the cornflakes, and it turned out really good. And that is both sausage, by the way. I peeled the skin off, kind of diced them up. We're going to brown these real good. I may have to put some olive oil in here in a minute. My little thing that I put on the stove broke. Today, it broke. 2 things broke today. I don't have a lot of feeling in my hand from, I can still use them and all that. It's more like the fine feeling, that pinprick sort of thing. And it's from 2 things. Keep dropping things. It's from, I got frostbite in both hands. And the warmest thing that I could tolerate my hands being put in, the nurse put my hands in ice water. And the ice water was so hot. My hands looked like meat you took out of the fridge. The other is just from nerve damage, from accidents and stuff like that. Why is this thing saying low battery? I have it plugged in. I don't want it to cut out on us. So Let me see if I can try another charger cord real quick. It's not charging for some reason. It says low power charger connected. I don't know what to do about that. I may have to switch to my phone if it cuts out. So we'll see how that works. I don't know why it's low power. So if it cuts out for a second, I will switch to my phone and then I will turn it back on. I'm just sort of browning the sausage, getting more grease in there. I have the onion and the bell pepper and stuff like that cooked. And it just adds flavor. You know, instead of putting them in the dish raw, you kind of cook it and caramelize it ahead of time. Like I said earlier, unfortunately, the carrots didn't make it, and neither did the celery. I may put cabbage in. I don't know. We'll find out. See how my phone works. But squeals or something, let me know. Yarn, you might be back to school. Awesome. I wish I could go back to school. I passed college algebra half asleep. I was driving a truck all day and a bus all night. I had my scheduled work where I had 2 days where I could take college classes. And with a newborn and a new home and a new everything, something had to go. The job started conflicting, and my lowest paying job, which it's like driving the truck was only paying, I think, $12 an hour at the time. And driving this bus was only paying like $7, but I needed the money. And sometimes I'd end up kind of showing up late for the bus, and all I really did was I gave them a lunch break. I'd show up, I'd start hopping in other people's buses, going to the airport and back, and they'd go take their lunch. And sometimes I'd be like 20, 30 minutes late getting there. And they're like, well, you're going to have to decide which job you want. And I'm like, well, they pay way more than you, so this one's going to go. And then I ended up being management, and that ever constant struggle of having to make more money, feed your family, that sort of thing. ended up going over the road and ended up buying trucks, and I'm not buying another truck. Uh, Airframe and power plant mechanic. That's awesome. That is awesome. I wish you luck. I've got a year of diesel mechanics. One of the companies I went to work for, they had me set up for orientation, and they gave me a choice of I could either just wait and show up for orientation, or I could go to their little school they're putting on down here at the HBC. And it was like a little 3-week school thing that provided an unreal amount of college credits, which is insane. And I already had my CDL. I'd already been driving for several years. And I show up, and what they ended up using me for was teaching people how to back up and taking people to go take their road test. And I got a little certificate from their truck driving school for that, which applied to college credits. And I've got a history credit, and I've got algebra. Bunch of unfulfilled dreams. My wife has been going back to school though, upgrading her nursing, which is good. I fully support that. I mean, you got to pay bills too. Unfortunately, this is the real world. But if you can get it done, that is just awesome. I have no problems with anyone bettering themselves. But you do have to pay the bills in the meantime. Unfortunately. I don't know how long this is going to go on here. I'm probably going to be cooking for at least another hour and a half. Just to give y'all an estimate. The cat's over on the bar, looking to make the great escape, so we may have a Tom and Jerry show around here. If you remember where the lady was chasing the dog, chasing the cat, chasing the rat, I don't think we have any rats, but we do have a dog, we got 2 cats. And every once in a while they'll go round and round. I hear you. Probably going to put tomato paste in here too. Have a can of that to use up. And I would love to have a lot more vegetables. I may even put rice in it. I don't know. I got potatoes. We'll see where it goes. Yeah. Gonna have to see where it goes. kind of same thing here. We're basically just browning these and getting a little more flavor out of them. I'm going to put them in the same pot with meat. You can have chicken, all kinds of stuff. If you've got some chicken to add in with the beef, that'll work great. Private pilot. I have a friend who has a pilot's license, but he's a military guy. He likes jumping out of planes. He likes flying them. He was wanting me to get one. We went to high school together. Okay, there's a little bit of a delay on the feed. I have it pulled up on my phone. If you see my hand go across like that every once in a while, I'm making sure that it's not frozen because of the battery problem with the computer. It's plugged in. It says it's slow charging for some reason. I don't know. We're also getting a whole bunch of nice drippings and everything down here on the bottom. Before we put our onions in there. Kind of like you're sort of stacking flavors on top of each other, for lack of a better way to put it. And that's the whole point in like the Mary Pois, however you pronounce it, or Trinity, or German food has their own version of it. And you're just making that base of flavors at the bottom to sort of build off of. And that's basically what we're doing here. And these are about ready. I'm just going to put them right on top of the hamburger meat. And like I was saying, if you have some things you need to get rid of, you need to use up, just feel free to try something or make like a mulligan soup or what have you. And just try things. There we go. Now this is 1 bell pepper and 1 sweet onion. And now we're going to cook these down. Wishing I had some celery to go in there too. This is live. It's actual cooking. It does take a while. Maybe one day when I have enough time, I'll make like 2 pots of something or 2 batches of something. And I'll have it like one of those fancy shows, like Justin Wilson, where he had already has something at that stage ready to go. He'd show you one thing, he'd put it up, and then, right beside where he put the pot, he's got another pot that he's bringing out. And, he starts with the next step. And by the time he's putting it in the oven or what have you, depending on what he was doing, he had one that was already made. My budget's not that big. It would be nice if it was, though. And I might be able to time it like that for some baked goods at some point. This ought to be some interesting flavors. I'm going to put the better than bouillon in, but kind of start with. Which one of these you think I should use, or should I use both? I'll put it up in the chat. I've got chicken bone broth and I've got beef bone broth that I need to use. What do y'all think I should use? I think everyone says there's a 2-minute delay or something. I don't think it's as long of a delay as it used to be. For the signal. Sometimes chicken and beef goes real good together, like chicken broth with the beef. Sometimes you want to use a beef broth, like when I'm doing beef and barley. But you can do that with chicken broth. You don't have to use the beef. Or beef stock. A lot of times stock and broth and stuff are interchangeable. It's a little bit different of a flavor. Like when I make garlic soup, it works better with stock, but you can use broth or bouillon or any of that. I'm hungry. Didn't really eat yesterday. I did eat today though. I get too busy. But onion and celery would go real good right now. It just didn't look too good, so I'm not using them. I might put some garlic in there. Wouldn't need much though. Just 3 or 4 cloves. Now my cat's all interested in what I'm doing. Miss. I need a I just smashed up. Well, it's 4 cloves, but one of them was really small. Garlic burns easy. Super bad videos, welcome. I'm making kind of a mulligan stew sort of thing. Just using up ingredients before they go bad. The onions are turning translucent there, which is what we're looking for. And pretty sure I'm at least going to add the beef to it here in a second. I always smell all the vegetables cooking. I don't know. I'll see how the potatoes look at it, and I'll decide if I want to add some cabbage. We're just kind of throwing things into a pot. See what turns out. Let's cook about a minute or 2 longer. I'm going to start adding some more stuff here. I've always got big bowls of garlic laying around. I don't like that elephant garlic stuff. The stores seem to want to sell it all the time. And I haven't really found a good use for it. I just like the regular garlic bowl. It's a good size one, and that works pretty good. One day I ought to get on here and fix breakfast. Okay. I think I'll use both. I probably need to start cutting up potatoes. I'm not going to peel them. They're gold potatoes. I'm going to leave them in fairly good sized chunks, not huge. But you don't really have to peel the red and gold potatoes. One of the reasons I like them. I don't know if you'll want that closer to the camera. Yes, I know you're supposed to point away from you. I injure myself a lot. I don't like that face. Do wash them though. Always wash them. But other than that, if you're using red or gold potatoes, you don't have to peel them. You can if you want. It's not going to hurt anything to peel them. But I'm wanting some chunks in there. Hello, DJ. You got in from a Bob Seger concert. Having street tacos. Awesome. And super bad. What is my typical breakfast items? Generally coffee. I don't usually eat breakfast. Never really did. Usually when I cook something breakfast, it's more of a brunch sort of thing. And it'll be like corned beef hash, eggs, bacon, fried potatoes. Haven't cooked pancakes in a long time. I used to cook them a lot when you're little. I think everybody does that when you're a little kid. You make pancakes for your parents and bring them pancakes in bed. And then they begrudgingly scarf them down, wondering what the hell you put in them. It's like, how well do you trust your kids? I know mine. That trust only goes so far. Hold on. Sorry about that. My wife's wanting me to hurry up. She's not in a good mood with me right now. Largely due to my mouth, but that's a different story. My mouth gets me in a lot of trouble. I think that's all of them. Oh, breakfast for dinner is awesome. Truck stops were famous for that. The truck stops don't want to have restaurants and stuff anymore. We're kind of stuck with what we got. One of the reasons I take food on the road with me. If it doesn't mix up all the way, don't worry about it. It'll mix up when it gets hot and you get stirring it. It's another 2 cups. Still wondering if I should add cabbage to it or more potatoes. Not exactly sure. You know I'm going to turn the heat up and I'm going to bring that to a boil. You can add canned corn, canned vegetables. I might do that. So we have I do have a can of corn. That's an option. My cabinets are a mess. I like things nice and organized, and they're not. Wow, corn. I don't know what else. I might do that. Why would she put it there? Let's see if it's any good. Yep. I cut it up a little smaller than I usually do. If you got chunks, don't worry about it. They'll get soft. They're good. Dealing with this cabbage over here. still here. I'm just cutting up cabbage. I think that's going to be enough cabbage. Bjorn. That's basically wrapped beef, pork, minced meat, hamburger meat, kind of like a meatloaf wrapped up in a cabbage. That might be an idea to make. I actually haven't made that myself. And I have had it, but I haven't had that myself. I had more like stuffed bell peppers, that sort of thing. Which is kind of similar, except you're using a bell pepper. You're just wrapping the minced meat up with the cabbage. But that is an idea for something to make. I can call a few people. See if I can get a hold of an aunt on the phone. So thank you for the idea. Okay, what spices do I want to add? I do not know yet. There's the obvious salt. My guess is it's about 2 tablespoons. I don't know. But that's plenty of salt. Those potatoes are going to suck that salt up real quick. And where is the pepper? Cat, I know you're being a cat. That's what you do. You're good at it. Is it in here? The ground pepper is. You get out of my chair. Actually, I think that was closer to a tablespoon of salt. Huh? And this is the tablespoon of black pepper. About a half teaspoon of white pepper. This gets to boiling good. I'll turn it down. What else do we have? I know there's a lot really needed. We could add more. We could add paprika. I might do that. Okay, I'm back. I don't know how many people are still here or how well this is gonna work. If you can hear me okay, let me know in the chat that you can hear me okay. But I do have my phone going. So now we're on the phone. And we're gonna start adding this. The sausage from earlier and the hamburger meat. Oh, that works. And I have a cat wanting to take my seat. Down to 2 viewers. I guess I lost everyone. So if you're out there and you can hear me, leave a comment. Let me know. Move. Add some more beef base to it. That will get mixed in, so don't worry about it. Don't think we can add anything more. Push those potatoes down. And I will be right back. I want to see what it's showing. So okay, now that's wanting to work. The way my phone's set up, I can't really see very well what anything is doing. Okay, I can see it now. But I'm using my phone for a camera, so I couldn't see the chat or anything like that. Hopefully that's not squealing. I'm using my phone for a camera, so I turned that down. And like I said, if you can hear me okay, sorry if that just squealed. But if you can hear me okay, leave a comment. I went ahead and I added 2 more cups of beef stock. And we got it all boiling here. Everything covered up nicely. And I covered the pot. So here we are. Okay. Sorry, it's sort of a low budget operation here. I don't know why it's not wanting to charge the computer, but it's not. So that is what it is. I can smell the cabbage cooking now with the meat and everything else. I thought about adding a bay leaf. In fact, I might do that. Just one, because I don't want to cut for this damn thing. I'm gonna have to hunt for it anyways. That's just how it is. image within an image. You can see the computer little thing over there in the corner that keeps popping up as saying low battery, low charge. I don't think I'm going to add the tomato to it. I'll taste it though first. Turn it down a little bit. I'll have to watch the video to see where it froze. I do not have a lot of room in my tiny. It is what it is. Get another spoon here for tasting. Always taste test. It's actually pretty good. About right. Some things are subjective, like salt, and a lot of things that you're like, it needs something, it needs a little more salt. But a lot of times I don't use a lot of it because I live with someone who doesn't use a lot of it. And so then I add salt to my food later. And pepper and everything else. She doesn't use a lot of spices. And I'm the one that likes hot food. So sort of cooking around other people's taste. In a few minutes here, I'm going to grab a potato. At which point, oh, I'm logged in on my other YouTube. That might confuse people. Chasing Ghosts is my other channel. That's like motorcycle content, that sort of thing. Let me put this in here. I was trying to log in a hurry. So I logged in on Chasing Ghosts instead of Terrace's Kitchen. So in case y'all can't hear me, I'll put a comment out there. I'm gonna check one of these potatoes out. Actually smells pretty good. Give me a little taste test here. They could go a little longer. At this point, I'm just waiting for the potatoes to cook. And that's where we're at. And if for some reason you haven't subscribed to my other channel, if you're interested in motorcycle content, probably some of my traveling content, that would be over on Chasing Ghosts. Really doesn't have anything to do with the paranormal. You can read the description, and that will tell you. Apparently I had my microphone up, so I don't know if y'all heard any of that. I'll figure out what I'm doing eventually. Let's see, about 5-10 more minutes of the potatoes. They will pretty much be done. I'll get the bowl ready. See if that's any better. Might help to have the microphone down because I think it's picking up off my headset. I'm not 100% sure. So far, we've been going for 93 minutes. A little over an hour and a half. And the soup is nearly done. Might check it again in 4 or 5 minutes. And see where we're at. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I don't know why the computer's not charging. It's plugged in. Maybe something to do with the cord. I don't know. Probably. Or soup or stew, whatever you want to call it. I think this is more of a stew than a soup. It's actually smelling pretty good. 3 or 4 more minutes. In all honesty, I think it'll be done. And we'll be able to dish it up. So, for those of you who stayed with me and or like went back and checked to see if it was going, thank you so much. I appreciate it. This channel, to get the beginning of monetization, I need, I believe it's 33 subscribers, and I need a whole lot of watch time. Like 10 times the watch time that I have. I know they say a watch pot never boils, but the watch pot is already boiling. Now I'm just watching the clock. Give it about a minute, maybe less. I'm waiting till my clock over there says 11:40. And that should be done. So tick tock, come on. I'll have to listen to this later. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. I'll see if y'all can still hear me. But I have to figure out something with this computer and all that so it can stay going. It's cut out on me a few times for doing something live. Like even doing like the one video where I was putting the crash bars on my bike. It cut out and I had to go to my phone. Smells good. There we go. Probably can't see that for all the steam. There we go. Here. And here's my spoon. So I'll give you all a view of that. That's what it looks all nice and dished up. And I'm gonna try it. And it tastes pretty good. So that is my supper at midnight. Anyways, it's just sort of a mulligan stew. I hope you enjoyed it, especially if you watched this far through and through my technical difficulties. So thank you so much for watching. I don't know if I'm going to put anything else out this weekend on this channel. I might cook something else. I don't know. But thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Please leave me a like out there. It helps with the algorithms and all that good stuff. Supposedly. And my other channels in the comments, Chasing Ghosts. Look for that little icon, and if you want to subscribe there, please subscribe. And I do have a Patreon that's in the description of some of my videos. I'll probably go back in a day or so. I might do it tonight, I don't know, and put it on the description of this video. All support is appreciated. I don't have a lot. This is a very low budget operation. But thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off. So thank you.